While administering Windows, one of the most frequent tasks you'll be responsible for is unlocking users and also resetting passwords. So in this video, we're going to briefly walk through how you would unlock a user or reset a user's password. The first thing you would want to do is connect to the server, the domain controller of the Windows domain that the user is attempting to log into. Easiest way of doing that is if you go to Start, click Start. I'm running Windows 10. Hopefully, you're running a current version of Windows. And when you click on Start, you can simply just start typing whatever you're looking for. In this case, looking for remote desktop connection, or otherwise known as Microsoft terminal connection. And again, the easiest way to get to it is just start typing MSTSC, and that will bring you to remote desktop connection. Once you get there, you click it. This brings up the remote desktop connection client, and from here you want to log into the server, a domain controller for that particular domain. As we're testing using the Dantec domain, the domain controller we're connecting to is this Baltimore Bolt, excuse me, DC02. So once we have our server's name in the field, excuse me, you want to click connect. This will prompt you for your password. You probably want to make sure that you're connecting with the right credentials. In my case, it's me, so it's Dantec, which is the domain that we want to connect to, and then my username. And I'll type in my password if I can remember what it is. That's it. You'll more than likely get this message. You can just simply click yes here, and we'll explore this message in another video. Once you hit yes, you'll get connected. As you can see, I typed in the wrong password. So I'll click OK, and I'll re-enter my password. Hopefully this time it will be correct password. And there we are. Now I'm going to hit escape here, because usually you won't see that screen when you initially log into the server. You'll see this. This is an older server. This is Windows Server 2012 R2. However, from here, what we need to get to is Active Directory for users and computers, sometimes referred to as ADAC. Pardon me. Easiest way of doing that, again, if you're running a current version of Windows, the easiest way is to click on Start, and then from Start, you just begin to type in whatever you're looking for. In this case, as we're looking for Active Directory users and computers, I'm going to do a shortcut and just type in users. And there it is. It populates, and you see Active Directory users and computers here. I'm going to click that. Give it a couple of seconds, and voila, it opens. We'll take this full screen. All right, from here, what you want to do is take a look at the domain that this server is a domain controller for, which, as we can see, is dantec.net. We can right click the domain, and then we can go to find. And from here, we can search for our user. I'll give a search for me, for one of my accounts, W Danny. All right. There I am. I clicked, actually, I pressed enter, which is what you can do, or you can click find now, and you should have the same results. Uh, Once I find my user, I can right click my user. And then from here, I get a menu. From this menu, uh, I can look through the different options, and I can either reset the password, which is here. And one of the things that you might want to do, depending on how your domain is configured, is um, uncheck this box. Now, what that means is when it's unchecked, it means that whatever you set the password to, that will be the user's password. Now, if there are no group policies in place that restrict the user from changing that password, then they can always change it. If you keep the check marked there, in other words, the box checked, then when the user logs in with their new password that you create, they'll be prompted to change that password when they log in. All right, I'm not going to change the password at this time, so I'm just going to go ahead and click cancel. Now, if the user is locked, what you want to do is right click again. From the menu, you will go to properties. From properties, you will go to account. And if the user was locked, then you would see next to this checkbox, you would see a message saying that basically the user is locked. And then you could uncheck this. Well, I'm sorry, you could check this box, which would unlock the user. Well, prepare the user to be unlocked. Then you would click apply and OK, and that would unlock the user. At that point, the user should be able to log into their computer and access the domain and domain resources.